So thank you very much. I'm excited to share what I do, and I do want to give you a little bit different bio because like some of you, my story is part of my resume. It's that school of hard knocks, so to speak. And I am divorced now for 20 years of marriage. It's a different kind of death of a spouse. It happens, you don't plan it, and there you are. And actually that was after 27 years together, so life changes are not things that you plan even when you think that you have it all together. And it was a very, very good thing. It was a God job. I wouldn't have chosen it, but it's what I got. And although it took a while for the transition, I'm very happy and very pleased that that was chosen for me. And that's a hard one to understand, but the next piece will be even harder for you. Because I have a child who's going on 18, and another son who's 15, who was born 20 months later. And God saw fit to make sure that the second time around I had a child with special needs, with severe medical, physical, and cognitive disabilities. And it has been the most amazing and incredible journey. Except that what I want to share with you is that my child we were told, would never live to be 3 years old. He would never walk. He would never talk. He would probably not know who we were. He would die a slow, eventual death that would be more and more painful as time went on and as his systems failed. And his ability to manufacture energy on a cellular level was going to decline over time. And that we were 75% likelihood that his older brother had the same disease, but we just didn't know it yet. That's a hard one to be handed. It was so hard that my husband decided it wasn't for him. But somebody had to stay. Somebody had to get up every day. Somebody who wasn't the breadwinner, who was spent all this time trying to keep kiddos alive. I reached a point where I made a pact, if you will, like you think about the deal with the devil, only this was a pact with God. My idea of God, which may be different than someone else's, and that's fine. That if I could receive the help and the guidance and the information that I needed to make this child's life worthwhile, however long he was here, that it was not about pain and suffering and eventual death, but about touching lives and changing lives and leaving things behind, about beautiful relationships and connecting with other people. If you could help me help him, then I promise I will be in service to you and helping you do that for others. And that's how this whole story began. So the science geek in me, who had been an art teacher and an artist, who had been a singer and a performer, and who had also helped other children. I did a lot of art with special needs children and so forth before I had one of my own. No, I don't do art with my own. They never get what the others did. Suddenly changed careers. I suddenly took my science geekiness and decided that metabolic energy was my business, right? And happiness was my business. And investing in what your life looks like and feels like and gives to you and gives back to you was my business. And building connection among people, because the one thing I wanted for my son was not to lay there like a vegetable, but to have connection with others. I wanted him to be aware. And there was a point at which he was so tiny that I just kept thinking if he could just have a relationship, an awareness. And there he was about, 2.5 years old, 3 years old, and he looked at his brother and stared and stared and smiled. And I knew he had a relationship. My prayer got answered. Our connection, and I don't mean to get too off track with that, but our connection is so important to our health. Okay, if y'all don't take anything else away, please take that. It is so important to our health. So when I coach people with health, and I coach people all over the country, they Skype with me, they FaceTime with me, they're on the phone, they're in my office. I do a hands-on type of healing work as well. I do nutrition as well. I'm really looking at the total life of a person. I'm not just concerned with their physical form or their physical health issues. It's all related to what's going on in here, and it's all related to what's going on in here. You can't grow one and not grow the other, and you can't destroy one and not degrade the rest of the system. It's all connected. So I also just, a little short, anybody have any touch with thyroid disease? Because I had Hashimoto's, autoimmune thyroid disease,
Hypo.
hormones of a 90-year-old woman. We don't know how long. You know, all right. And y'all, in 3 years, without ever taking a thyroid hormone, I turned that around, and I have not had thyroid disease in 9 years.